What a performance, what a day. That is probably the best performance Derby County have put in since Bristol City at home, and it is formidable, it is phenomenal, it is everything that Derby County have wanted. Now, the thing is, we do have to talk about it in a bit more detail than just adjectives, describing words. We've got to do a bit more than that, because I think from 1 through 11 we were unbelievable today. I can't think of any player who had a bad game, and what a day, what a performance it is. And we scored some really, really nice goals. Obviously the own goal as well. Unlucky not to get a 5th and 6th with obviously the potential near own goal, and obviously James Collins missing just at the wide of the post. And I am absolutely amazed by the performances we've put in versus Burnley and today, because they are not performances of a League One side with sugar on top. And this quote that Paul Warne said is going to pop up time and time again over the rest of this season, because realistically, if Derby County had taken their chances and were clinical, we'd be in the playoffs right now. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, we shouldn't be looking at that, blah, blah, blah. Just staying up is good enough. And yeah, ultimately, you're not wrong. Just staying in the division is absolutely what everybody wants. But we could have 8 or 9 more points right now, which would put us in the playoff positions. And these are the things this is why I get so annoyed with Derby County, and I talk so much about Paul Warne and why I feel like he should be under pressure at times, because you look at the way we play, the performances that we put in, and ultimately we're underperforming based on how we're playing. I'm not bothered about what people anticipated at the start of the season, what people would have been happy with the day we got promoted, because ultimately everyone's going to say the same thing. Survival is the main objective, but ultimately we could be doing so much better. And that is what frustrates me about Derby County, because we're not taking advantage when we should. And tonight is another example of why Derby County are in this division. It is an unbelievable performance. Yes, Pompey have their injury issues. We spoke about that in the preview a couple of days ago. And Derby County have our injury issues. The likes of Ryan Nyambi, that Jake Rooney still not back with the first team. David Ozo still not back. Tawanda Chiwa still not back involved. And the thing is, every team has issues across the course of the season. It's just about how you deal with them. Now, for me, we went into the Leeds game all wrong. We went into the Burnley game perfectly, and we started this game off amazingly. Ben Osborne, unbelievable start to the game. Mendes Lang, I think that's the best game he's had all season. Marcus Harness, I think, had his best game in a Derby County shirt. And even Ebou Adams, I think that is probably the best performance he's put in since joining the club in January on loan from Cardiff City. And whether people will agree with me on that is here nor there. But for me, I am delighted with the performance. Kane Wilson, another player, after being left out in midweek for Joe Ward to get a step in at right wing back, Kane Wilson proved exactly why he's the number one option when Ryan Nyambi isn't in the team. And what a performance from 1 through 11. Even the players that came off the bench, I thought they put in a decent shift as well. I am a bit disappointed about Cashin's injury. Obviously, there's nothing you can really do about it. I'm glad they just took him off, didn't let him try and carry on, because I think he wanted to try and carry on. But for me, scored a really nice header, and you will have seen that at the start of the video, because what an unbelievable header it was. Goalkeeper and the defender had no chance. Right down into the floor, bounced back up, top of the net. Unbelievable from Eiran Cashin. Obviously, you've got Ebou Adams picked up his goal as well, an absolute trickler over the line, but they all count. That's all that matters. The ball went in at the back of the net, and that is the main thing. And for me, if Derby County can build on this and go from strength to strength, we're going to have no worries about staying in this division, and we're going to be able to look forward. And you can go now looking into the January window. We shouldn't be in the drop zone. As we hit January, we should not be in the drop zone. I think there's 3 games, Luton, West Brom and Leeds United before the January window opens. And I think we're 8 points clear. So we'd have to drop all 3 games, and everyone below us, well, like 5 teams below us would have to win all the games for us to drop that low. So we're in a really good position heading into this January window, and we're in a position of strength. The only problem is there the financial backing for Paul Warne to go and pick up the players that he needs? We desperately need a second striker to sit behind, or as well as Jerry Yates, because I think tonight The fact that he didn't bring Dejan Brown on really annoyed me. 4-0 up, why not bring on Dejan Brown for half an hour to play up top with Caden Jackson, to play with Kenzo Holdmine, to play with those players? Why not give him that opportunity? Why bring in James Collins in a game where James Collins isn't needed? We didn't need to bring on more firepower. We just needed to close out the game, and I think we should have brought on Dej, in my opinion. And I felt bad for Corey Blackett-Taylor not getting in, but obviously when we lost Cashin, we did look a little bit shaky for a couple of minutes with the ball at the back, with Nat Phillips and Curtis Nelson. Obviously, I think Phillips started out on the left, Nelson on the right, and then eventually we sort of put Nelson through the middle, Fozzie at left centre-back, Elder left wing-back, and so on. And I do think there's a lot for Derby County to build on with this performance. I think it's Luton Town a week from today, which is going to be an absolutely massive game for me, because they're another team that are sort of down in that bottom half of the table at the moment. And yes, they should probably be doing so much better, but ultimately they are not. And that is what Derby County need to capitalise on. Teams that aren't playing too well, we need to make sure we get ahead of it. Obviously, heading into this game, Pompey were 4 unbeaten. I spoke about it the other day that I thought this was going to be a very tense and a very tight encounter, and ultimately it was the complete opposite of that. Once Derby scored, it was wide open. It couldn't have been more open if it tried, and what a performance it was. I just can't get over the performance, because it's not a performance which I anticipated going into this game. It's not a performance which we've seen often from Derby County, but it's another performance that shows that we are capable of being in this division and we deserve to be here. And what we need to do is we need to keep pushing that, and we need to keep going from minute 1 to minute 95, whatever it is, with added time. And we just need to go, because we have the quality, we have the ability, we can score goals. It's just about taking our chances. If we'd have taken our chances, we'd be sitting in those playoff positions right now. That is my opinion. You can have your own. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Let's get into some match day footage. But before we do that, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.
And those lineups once again this evening, your visitors for the first time.
Come on!
We've had 2 shit ones, haven't we? How many times? 6? 8?
Come on! 3-0, Underarm.
Ring the roses.
Running off. Oh, and he jacked it before.